Hey y'all, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not here to motivate you with fake positive videos or act like I got it all together. I don't. I'm broke. I'm healing. I'm hustling all at the same time. I feel like lately I've been going through a very heavy phase in my life to where I'm learning more about myself and others around me. I'm learning who there for me, who not, who's valuable, who not. I'm learning how life works and how people are, realizing my own toxic traits, realizing where I went wrong, what I allowed, whether I was 10, 15, 23, I don't care. And also realizing that I'm not as crazy as people make it out to be about me. Like what people try to make me believe, what people try to tell other people. On two different paths, we have two different mindsets. I've been seeing a lot of things about toxic traits and shadow work and healing your inner child, and it got me thinking, what's my toxic traits, right? And I've been thinking about this for a while. This is not something that I just randomly thought of today. This is something I've been thinking about and trying to progress and learn and change about myself for the past couple of months now. I think one of my biggest toxic traits is believing that if I just love people harder, they'll treat me better. So I can give my all to somebody and I'm sitting over there doing all that shit, and because I'm going hard for you and you probably not going hard for me, in my mind I'm like, okay, maybe if I go all in, they're gonna do the same for me. They're gonna treat me better. They're gonna do me better. They're gonna do me right. I grew up thinking that I had to be worthy of love. Like I had to do things to make people love me. And that doesn't necessarily mean in a sexual context. It means like different types of, actions that you might do towards men or towards, friends or family or whatever the case may be. So in relationships and in friendships, I will give and I will give and I will give and I will give and I will give. Even when they show me that they don't value me. That is toxic. Feeling like I'm not doing enough unless I'm doing everything for everybody. I've always felt like I had to do a lot for somebody. Anybody, I don't care. As long as if you're a friend, family, or significant other. Another toxic trait of mine is believing people, like believing their words instead of their actions. I'll hold on to what somebody said, even when everything that they do is showing me otherwise. Where I want somebody to tell me stuff, and in reality, even if somebody's telling you everything or telling you how they feel or something, it does not mean that they feel that way. It does not mean that they did that or that they didn't do it. You will never know, because some people hide their actions, especially if you're not like around them often or you don't talk to them often and stuff. Is very hard. But that's how I kept getting hurt, because I didn't want to see the truth. Men and women, they will say that you're crazy because you're aware of what's going on, whether you confront them about it or whether you don't. My awareness, it scares people. There's different versions of fake. Fake doesn't necessarily have to be somebody talking mess about you or somebody choosing this person over you or something shady. I'm learning to own that, and my intuition, to listen to my intuition, to own up to my feelings. So life still goes on. Bills still come. My bank account don't care about my mental health. I want more for myself, and that's what this channel is really mainly based about. Getting to the money and wanting more and better for yourself. And I want financial freedom. To me, that's peace. Peace is not getting married to somebody and having kids and then you work a 9 to 5 that you probably don't like for the rest of your life or up until you're 60. I want financial freedom. I want to be to the point where if I want to go buy a house right now, I can go do that. If I want to buy a car, I can go do that. If I want to go travel right now, I can go do that. If I want to go get a fucking lawyer and sue somebody right now, I can go do that. If I want to go shopping, I can go do that. I don't want financial freedom for what everybody else wanted for. People want that shit for mansions and a fucking Lamborghini or Ferrari, and they want $1,000 wigs, and people want $500 worth of makeup. Nice designer clothes from the store. I don't care for that. I want financial freedom. I want to be able to buy the stuff that I want to buy, and the stuff that I'm interested in is probably what a lot of society is not interested in, and work the job that I want, that I really love, that I have a passion for, where I'm not going to get bored, I'm not going to hate it, I'm not going to dread going to work. I don't got to deal with fucking clocking in probably. You feel me? Because the type of stuff I want to get into in life, I'm more than likely not going to have to clock in. I'm dealing with any obstacles in my life. I can take care of them, whether it's a death or whether it's a treatment, whether I gotta go to a doctor. So I would use my financial situation, if I was to ever get to that limit, I would use that to get away from people. So I'm not a sociable person. So I'm not the type where, oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of money, I'm gonna go to a club and then go buy a bunch of clothes and then go on a trip and that's it. I want to invest, but I also want to live my life and do things that I've never done before and things that I've always wanted to do, hobbies, interests, goals, careers, stuff like that. I want to be able to not worry if I can pay rent or not. I want to be able to not worry about rent, any type of bills. I don't care if it's rent, car, insurance, phone bill, you know, anything, doctor, dentist, whatever. I want to be able to do whatever I need to do and get it done. But I am grateful that I have ways to make money, because a lot of people, they don't, you know. I can hustle and I got a work ethic, unlike other people, because some people, they don't have that. It's not in them, you know, and you can't force yourself to get up every single day or every other day to go do a side hustle or to run a business or to go to a 9-to-5. And most people, they don't have just one career or one job. And I feel like if you do, that sets you back a lot compared to other people, because the more streams of income that you have, the more different ways your money can go. I'm also grateful that my body works. I'm grateful I have food. I'm grateful I have a roof over my head right now. I'm grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful that I can breathe fresh air. Now I'm also grateful enough that my mind is strong enough to help me keep pushing through everything that I go through, even if my soul feels tired. You guys know I have a 9-to-5. I do have a secure job, but my company is not getting me jobs for me to go to. That is not even enough to cover your rent for a month. So that's when side hustles or a second job comes in hand when it comes to certain jobs, because people tend to forget that jobs can lay you off at any time, fire you at any time. You know, they can close business, like they can close their doors type shit, like the business is done for. It's closed forever, permanently closed, and you're out of a job. You know what I'm saying? Or they can move their business somewhere else and close in that certain area that you're working at, and you probably can't travel to the other areas, right? And you got other situations that happen where, you know, you may not be able because you don't got a car, you may be dealing with financial situations or maybe a house situation. You got people around you that work with you that don't like you, trying to take your job. It's just so much shit you're dealing with. Then the job market is horrible. It's trash. It takes forever to get a job. It takes forever to even get hired, even if you do go to an interview, right? So there's not a lot of jobs. Most good jobs are already took, right? So, and they be wanting to pay so low for so much stuff you got to do. That's your time, that's your energy, that's your life, that's time in your life you're never going to get back. So you got to remember that when you're taking these jobs. And I've been applying, I've been trying to apply, but no, it's hard out here. And then you got certain side hustles are trash right now because of the economy and tariffs and you know, new policies with stores, new policies with the app. Okay, what I gotta do, right?